Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Craft with Me where I am going to start on a new journal. Yes, I know I have the elephant journal safely put away in a spot. We have not forgotten. I blame Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos entirely for this because she has been using Cindy's Thistle Witch kit as part of her round robin, and I needed to get the kit, thusly acquired. We will do a flip through and then I will show you, I will catch you up. That's kind of what I'm going to say. So this is the ephemera kit, and I think I have one page from the journal kit, i.e. the journal pages. So we've got that. Love the crow. Got postie cardies. Got some journaling cards, got some packets, some tabs, some more journaling cards, a frame, some beautiful tags. Love, 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 love the owl. And tickets, folded envelope, and some more tags. So I have been just burning to work on this. So kit, you've just done a flip through. I have printed them all out previously. We're gonna do that one over again because that one didn't work. Here is the page that I printed out from the actual kit. We've got that. So I want to have a look. Oh, and Gracie's up. No, it's her. At these, and this one, and this one, and this one. And I think part of this habit, or what I did, sort of comes from what I've been doing in Junk Journal Round Robin, which is an amazing, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a study group masterclass kind of thing. In any event, these are all sort of like a subsection of the kit that you just saw. And it has a couple of things that really appeal to me. One is the varying colors of pinks and purples. And this has got a lot of blue in it as well. So there's a colorway that is strongly suggested. And these in particular are very clean and white. I feel like in my head I'm singing Edelweiss now. This has got color all throughout the whole page, but this has just used the color of the white paper and then added some pieces to it. And that got me thinking. And so, having thought, I thought I want to make a journal that is, one, a traveler's notebook size, which is this size. It is this sort of, it's to be 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, and this is 4 1/2 by 8 1/2, so that I have a little bit of edging. The paper needs to be the 4 1/4 by 8 1/4 to fit. And I didn't want to use any colored paper. It's like, what would happen if I just took paper out of the printer tray, your basic photocopy white paper, and used that in here? Because that paper, presumably, would go really nicely with this. So that's what I set about doing. And this is, there's a little bit of color that I have added, and we'll go through that in a minute. But this, I think, is going to be my pages. So this is going to be the inside of the journal. So how did I create that? Well, I used basic acrylic paint, a little bit of a sponge, and I used the colors of this a lighter purple, a darker purple, and a couple of blues. And on the front and the back of 10 pages cut down to size, I used this sheet of paper, laid it down like that, and went dab, 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 dab. Next sheet. Same thing over and over and over again. So I have done some modification to the paper, but I haven't done it in the way that sort of like, okay, let's coffee dye it, let's tea dye it, let's print it, let's do whatever. I think this is kind of elegant. I don't know that I am done yet. I think what I might want to do is apply gold, this gold, to the edge. Not going to do that today because I need to have a rest before I go do that. But that's sort of my thought, my thinking. Kind of like it. Gonna go with it. So this page I would like as the center, and you can like totally see how the edges absolutely work with these edges, and it looks sort of clean and neat and sort of sorted, which is super fun. So we've got that. Yes, we've got that. What else do I want to do or show you? I made some paper, a little bit extra paper, as you do. I wanted to badly try the, what do we call this? Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap patterning that I saw Cindy do, which is basically just putting paint on the surface of the bubble wrap, flipping the bubble wrap over, and going splodge. So same kind of colorway, so you can sort of see the colors that I've used. And then I also used bubble wrap on a coffee filter. So I've got that sort of 2 sets of patterning. I have those stamps, which are all thistles, which might come in handy. As in, I will likely use them. And I had to play with this. This is this stamped down very gently. So you get an outline, you get a space, but you don't get it sort of like as a dark fill in. So this can be like you could stack if you wanted to. Stack spaces. You could like do that, do that, do that, whatever. So we can fill in some of this and block it out before we do anything with it. So I think we've got, we caught you up? I think we've caught you up on everything that I've done, more or less. So when I was doing the paper, I tested watercolor. Did not work because the water makes this sort of fine paper go all crinkly. So not a fan. This, love this effect. And that's where I sort of started, is using crayon. This crayon would be fantastic as a page edge if you just wanted to do that kind of as an edge. And I seriously considered that. And the only reason why I switched is because of speed. That splodging paint like this is faster than doing the crayoning. Crayoning is my new favorite tool. There's a woman on YouTube who uses crayons as a staple in her art practice, and what's her name? I don't know. I'll eventually get it for you. Maybe I could put it in the show notes, in the schnotes. So I want to do one more thing as an insert. I know I splodged, very sad, but maybe we can cover that up with something. Am I gonna do that? I just don't want to put a clip on it, so we'll just pop it over there. So what do I want to do? I want to do this and this. And where did I put it? I showed it to you and then I sort of tossed it off because I didn't like it. It's here. So we need to make another one of these. Love it dearly, except I didn't cut this properly, and so I became a non-fan, so we need to do it again. But technically speaking, I could just like collage over it or something and nobody be any the wiser. So, steppity one is we are going to cut this out. There. And there. And this one. I'll do that. There. So normally we cut these out and we use them as windows. I think I am not going to cut mine out. And I am going to see if I can't fill the circle with some kind of interesting I'll show you what I want to do. This, I want to do this. So this is a punched hole from a paint chip thing. This is a basic piece of ribbon, and this is a wax seal. That this needs to be bigger, but that as the center, I think would be pretty amazing. So that's my current working thought. Of course, subject to change without notice. Shell has made so many beautiful pieces of ephemera using this kit, I can't even. Every time she did pull out the kit to make something, there's a little part of me that went, how come she gets to work with this kit and I don't? Because we have different materials to use and so on and so forth. So there is no barrier to me at all. It's just that I need a little bit more. I'm not as flexible as she is, brain-wise. And that is totally okay. But she made a card using this as a base that I was over the moon in love with. It was so good. There we are. Okay. Now then, I want these to go like this. Horseshoes and hand grenades. And they need to go like that. Or they need to go like that. Okay, so when that folds, yeah, okay. I need to make that the edge. I don't want to use that because I can't see because of light. There. Okay. I said I wanted to do that. Is that what I need to do, or is that what I need to do? If I do that, then that goes that way. That's correct. Okay. I think we're okay. We're going to go with that anyways. We're going to pretend. We're going to pretend we are okay. This is a very thick pencil. Do your pencils walk in your house? Mine walk in mine. They walk all over. That is not even a pencil. Hang on, I will be right back. I was looking for a mechanical pencil, but this Sanrio is going to have to do. I think I just discovered something. So whenever I do tracing, I always am trying to do it this way with my pencil as vertical as possible. But if you put this on like a 45 degree, it catches the edge way better. Huh. Well, that's news to me. Okay. See how long we keep that. Trying to think of what's happened that's of any particular note. But, oh, so animals are all back. Saw a fox out in the back 40. He or she spent a great deal of time. Very exciting. Gracie nearly lost her tiny cricket mind. And for the past couple of evenings, we've been getting a rabbit. Rabbit just checks in. And Gracie misses it She doesn't see it. That's what I mean by miss. And it's so ridiculous. I pointed out to her as hard as I can, and she does not understand at all. And I am not helping because I say her name, and then she'll look at me. And I don't want her to look at me, I want her to look at outside. But I've said her name, and so she thinks that I'm the numpty. Which, frankly, she's not wrong. But then she eventually figures it out, or what'll happen is the rabbit will give her like some kind of a flick or a little scratch or a hop or something, and she'll suddenly get a bead on it, and then everybody has got to be quiet while she watches intently. Okay. I'm going to fold this. I think, maybe. Yep, I am. There. Okay, there's one. Oops. There's two. And I don't want the top of that. So I think I can take it off. I'm just going to create a little distortion, but that'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll fix it in post. One. In my imagination, this journal would be used for people who are going on like not a weekend, well, maybe a weekend jaunt, if people jaunt anymore. Not like a 4-week vacation or a 3-week vacation, but something that's sort of small and lively. You want to keep track of the stuff that you're doing, but not so much that you have a very large journal. Something sort of pretty and kind of elegant that you'd be willing to take out in a high-end restaurant, as opposed to, say, something that I would take on my vacation, which would be full of all of the bits. Now then, another thing that I didn't do well last time was do this gluing in any kind of order that made sense. I want to do it that way, I think. So I'm going to start at this end. I'm picking this end because it is going to be way easier to trim that bit off than it is to trim this bit off. Okay. Wish us luck. Okay. Step 1, attach glue. We haven't updated our journal of no buy days. A couple of days haven't gone particularly well for me this week. Last week? I made it to Michael's. I went in for a single thing. Can I tell you what that thing was? Maybe? Let me think. What did I go in for? I went in for one small little tiny thing. And I came out with more stuff. Okay, so that's good. Then I'm going to fold that over and glue that bit. But what did I get? What did I go for? I can't remember. We both know that I can't remember. Can't remember crap. Oh well, that's all right. It's fine. It is not required. We're not applying for any licenses, and we are not having an exam at this particular point. So what I remember or don't remember is not, neither here nor there. That's a bit goobery. We'll have to let my brain relax a bit, and then we might come to it. Well, this one is tricky because I think I have to do both at the same time. I'm just going to neaten up this corner. That one and this one, just so they don't bang into each other. That's going to go like that, and that's going to go like that. That's the plan anyways. It's the plan, Stan. Oops. Folding right? More or less. Horseshoes and hand grenades. We'll take it. Okay. Much improved. Move that out of the way. And we're going to do a little bit more fixing. So that can be like that. This needs to be trimmed there. Oh, that worked. Okay. So that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. Okay. We might have to do a little bit of edging. I'm not sure. Down there. So it's okay that this one doesn't have a flap. This one has a flap, and then that one has that. And so, bring this back. And then we've got, this is a center page. And then we've got maybe something here-ish, where we can put that in. And then we've got that. I am liking this. Is there anything else that we can do and or make while we are up and about? I think the backing of these things need to be white. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So we could do like a taupe or a paper bag or something that is going to make the back tawny brown, beige, that color. But I think white is probably going to be better. And I'm sort of scanning around to see if I have anything out that I can, ooh, maybe, look at us. We need a light piece of paper, kind of like that. Ooh, what's that one like? Nope. So if I do that, I want like that is, you can't see the snowflakes. But if I do something like that, I'm worried that you're going to be able to see the snowflakes. Yes, you can. So, can you see the music? Nope. Let's do the music then. Could use that too. We picked. We're okay. Okay. So, what else do we got going on here? So let's have a booski boo. So these are pockets. Pockets. Sort between pockets and non-pockets. Pocket. So I have possibly 1.5 prints. This already done. It's a pocket. Lots of that. There's another pocket. So it's going to be a little tricky, possibly, to keep everybody separate and not do duplicates. But if we do duplicates, it's like, meh, whatevs. It'll be what it is. Okay. So, most important, I think, is going to be the white. I like that a lot. That's already done. This is another one of these. This is purple, this is blue. Purple is so black. Maybe. Okay. It's the dark colors. I want to do make sure that I get all of the white ones done first. Okay, I need to check. How big are you compared to my page? Oh, that looks so fabulous. Seriously. Ah, this outlining is amazeballs. It's going to be so yum when it's done. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Focus. So I don't have these done yet, and we might be able to get away with a darker page color with that and with that. Do I want to do these? Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's start gluing. We need to start gluing. There. Okay, so now we're good to go. Okay, there's that. Trying to do it close to the edge. There's one. Maybe I'll do this by size. Trying to think of what else that I have in this melange that's going to be of use or that I've thought about that I need to catch you up on. Not sure. What else? So I've got fabric in case we need it. I went to the thrift store, and I will hold up once I get this glued. I got a men's shirt. Whee! Okay, that's a little bit on the wonk, but it's okay. It is right. So I got a man's shirt. I've since broken it down. This is a sleeve. Is that color not bananas amazing? Interesting development as far as I am concerned. I took this with me when I went to the shop so that I would know what colors specifically I was trying to match. Holy Hannah, did that help. I do not have good matchy eyeballs, if there is such a thing. So I would pick up, oh, that's purple, and then test it, and it's like, it is purple, but it is not that purple, or it doesn't fit in the, like it doesn't look good. It's like to this, to that, to whatever. Oh, let's put you right side up. Oh, I love that owl. Gorgeous. Okay, here we are. Okay. I've got that all done, so now we need the smaller ones. I also have a thought about how I'm going to have a closure, and if we get this stuff glued, we can do some tests. That's color coming up. And let's color from that. Okay, we're not going to use that because we also didn't align it right. That's okay, we have another one. There's that one. for anyone living in Ontario, new LCBO Food and Drink magazine is coming out Wednesday, April 30th. Okay, and where's that larger one? There we are. There. This is this larger. Maybe. Glue it on the right side. No, I'm going to cut on the gold. Just gives me more space. This gold trimming that I have in my head that will work. I think we'll apply that to some of these cards as well. There we are. That's what I needed. It's what I needed. There we are. That's going to be a squeaker on the edge, but that'll be fine. And I don't think I have enough space for anything else, so that's fine. And then I'm just going to pop this underneath here, which is kind of my version. Oh, look at that. There's some elephant stuff under here. There. Okay, and that'll dry and flatten, we hope. And this will also be carded, but not right now, because I want to try this idea that I have on the journal. So let's take a sheet. I've got a pile of stuff here. Don't bury those. So let's do that. So let us pretend that this is going to represent this. I would love to have a ribbon go around this, but I want it attached. I have a thought. It may or may not work. I think I would like to try this. Will this work? Ooh, it might. So there's one. Oh, maybe it won't. Ooh. So what that means is, can you see? Let's use this. It'll be a little bit easier to thread. So this would go in, up, maybe, in, and then up. Come on. So this then catches, because I have 2 holes here and 2 holes there, this will catch on the spine, and the string will be on the outside because of the nature of the weave. So let's say this was long, then I would just be able to use something to tie that with. So that, in principle, that works. This is shedding like nobody's business. Next problem we have is this doesn't have a lot of distance in it. Sure, let's use this. It's another one of my test subjects. So going to the very back, what does going to the very back look like? Max back. It's not very far. It is so from there to there is a 1/2 inch. From there to there is an 1/8. So if I did that, and looking at it again, okay, this is messy. What don't I like about it? I don't like that it's not deep enough. I almost want to be able to do this, and then, oh, wait a minute. Yep. I can at least get it positioned where I want it. I did not promise that this would be easy. It would probably be a whole lot easier if I was using just holes and not... Thank you for talking me through that. Holy Hannah. Oh, we get to use the large hole this time, I think. Well, that's going to be exciting. Okay, let's get... It's something new. Ah, there we are. There's your problem. There's one. And there's 2. That's better. Okay, so way easier, way faster, tons simpler. And let's just use a little bit of thread. Just test that theory. This is yarn, not thread. So it's going to go in. Out. In. Out. There we are. And then imagine that being a longer tie in the center, like somewhere around there, and longer enough to tie, and then you would have it really lovely. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. So we've got that sorted out. So what have we done today? We have assembled, not sewn, but assembled the journaling pages. I've talked to you about how I'm going to do the edging. We've got this one made, this pocket insert, flippity flop. We've got the tie done. I need to go look for what would be good for a tie as well. What else? We've got some cards on their way started. I will do some more of these. So let's sort that out. I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need to worry. Don't need to worry about that. Glad we worked that through though. So we've got to do that one, I think maybe this one. Yeah. Yep, 2. Do I need to do this? I don't think so, and I don't think I need to do those. I think those are good. So I only need sort of 3, I think, at this particular point. So that is where we're going to leave off. I need to do some further research, but I'll be back. This feels so much better that I'm actually working on this kit. Super excited. Anyways, that is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.